welcome to the Great Pop Culture Debates Looney Bin Fashion Review of Canada's Drag Race. I am your host, Eric Resniak, and I'm here with my fabulous panel of Brett Chin. Hi. Curtis Creekmore. And Kai Nessett Chin. Oh, he's doing the Batusi. All right. So this week we are looking at the photos for episode 7 of Canada's Drag Race. And it was the Pageant Challenge, which, sidebar, I think they should just wholesale steal for US Drag Race. I thought it was a hoot. And the challenge was pageant looks. So we're going to start off tooting, booting, pooting, and shooting the looks by talking about Miss Alona Verley. And I'm going to throw it to Brett.
So I just have to say overall, I was a little confused with some pageant looks for some of the girls. I was like, oh, okay, that's how you imagine pageantry. Okay. Because I don't see it that way. So the first with Alona, I didn't like it. I don't like her wig. It makes her look older, like George Washington style. I didn't like the choker. I wish the jewels went all the way down. She wasn't wearing boobs. Like it didn't work for me. And the color for me also, I love the color, but not on her. It makes her look washed out to me. So I'm gonna boot it.
Okay, Curtis.
I love that Brooke went for her. She just fucking tore her apart.
They tore her apart.
It was everything that I had been saying all season, really.
Oh, you're terrible, Muriel. You're terrible.
I like the idea of it. I love a mermaid gown, but yeah, the color, and Brooke had said something about having the jewels go all the way down. I don't think that would have saved it. Her mug is nice. I like the purple lip, but that's the only thing on this entire outfit that I really care for. It's not awful. Boot.
All right, Kai.
I mean, I can echo a lot of things, but for me, it's a little detail like boobs, I think could have changed a lot of things for this. I mean, not that I would have gone, oh, I love it now, but I just really, I don't know why she seems so against breastplates or breasts. She'd rather have the pasties. And actually, my biggest critique on it is how kind of saggy it was in the arms. I really didn't like that. If it had been tighter maybe, or like snatched on her body, I think it would have changed the look completely. But that just gave me like, this is a sweatshirt made of jewels, and I just kind of threw it on my dress. So I echo a lot of the other things, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen on Drag Race. But for right now, where the competition is, it's a
one of the things that I'm struggling with is how negative the judging on Canada's Drag Race has been, and the fandom has been really intense about that. So I'm going to try saying nice things first. This is new for me, so please, thoughts and prayers. I will say I actually don't mind the color. I think Alona, her personal color palette tends to go more for pastels and soft colors, and I don't mind it. I can understand that maybe it doesn't naturally complement her skin tone as well as maybe some other richer colors might, but I don't mind that. And I actually like the idea of the bejeweled top. I can see where people are saying we wish we had gone all the way down. So like, I don't mind the concept of this. I don't think it's pageant. I'm not an expert in this. We actually do have a panelist here who has been in and won a drag pageant, and so I'll be curious for that person's thoughts as we move on. But I don't think that this reads pageant to me as much as it feels like Old West whorehouse. Like, and listen, I'm 100% here for that story. That journey is something I'm very connected to, but I don't think it worked for this particular challenge. The wig line was, again, super harsh. For queens that are trying out for season 2 of Canada's Drag Race, I beg of you, figure out how to work your wigs, figure out how to style your wigs. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. I think there are elements of it I find quite lovely, actually. But all together as a look, you know what? I'm going to be terrible and I'm going to toot it just because I'm trying to be nice. So you can hate me. I'm being nice. And I just got back from vacation. So
that's what I was going to bring up. I was going to say, everybody, he just got back from vacation, so he's feeling his oats.
Exactly. The sun burned me, so I'm going to do less burning of the gals. We're going to move along to Lemon, and Brett, take it away.
So I get her concept. It's giving me 5-year-old realness, like little tots and tiaras kind of thing. But for me, this is not my style. I don't like it. It's cute. Don't get me wrong, it's cute. But I don't like it, so I'm booting it.
All right, Curtis.
I love this. Oh my God, I love this so much. She not only did different, like she went in a completely opposite direction from everybody else, but she did it well. Like that is a very well done garment, especially in the vein of what she's going for, which is like toddler pageant is this gigantic tool ball. And you give her gigantic hair, and she wore tap shoes with the little socket, which I love as a word. I loved this. I'm so glad that, spoiler, she won this week because she absolutely deserved it from top to bottom. So this is a really big toot for me.
Great. Kai?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think my favorite thing, and this might be just my own preference, but I loved how slowly she did the tapping on the runway. You know, it really sold this little kid. And this is also where, good for you, Lemon, because I would read you for not wearing pads. She did wear pads in the challenge, and she actually said, I'm doing it so people know I can do it. And I'm like, well, do it more. But this is where it doesn't matter. You know, you don't even need breasts because you're not trying to give, you know, grown woman, you're trying to give little kid. Really well done, well executed, and sold it on the runway. So I'm going to definitely give it a 2.
For me, it's definitely a toot. I think she achieved what she was trying to do really well. It was very smart for her to do something different. Lemon slayed this week from top to bottom, and I was really happy to see that for her. We've been pretty harsh on her with the looks for the past few weeks, and I think the kind of recurring thought we've all been having is clearly she has a ton of talent. Clearly she's got so much potential. She's not living up to it. This was really Lemon living up to potential, and we love to see it. So I thought this was a fun, silly look. I understand exactly where Brett's coming from because, like, if you're looking at this and like, yeah, that's not why I watched this show, to see grown men dressed as women but as little girls. Like,
Well, I would say in a pageant, you go to a pageant to see the gowns and the
sure,
the glamour.
I think of it like Alexis Mateo.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Absolutely. That level of like dripping in jewels, eleganza, and kind of stately and statuesque and poise, and that's not at all what she was giving you. So I get where Brett's coming from, but I think if I'm judging it on what she was trying to accomplish, I think she did that. So for me, it's definitely a toot. Next up, we have Rita Baga, Brett.
so I like this. I love this look. It's very glamorous to me. It's what I think of pageantry. She covered up her tattoos too, which I really appreciated to bring you in. The wig, again, like we all talked about, it could have been better. It's not the worst, but it could have definitely been better. And so I'm giving it a toot.
Curtis.
Speaking of refined glamour, like this is stunning. That is a pageant gown. If you wanted to know what a pageant gown looked like, that could be in a book. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I love a mermaid. It's so fitted to her body. It's beautiful. The wig is the one gigantic downfall for me. When she walked out, I get what she was going for. I do love that sleek, slicked back look with a gown that looks like this. But like Jimbo said in Untucked, when she went off, the flyaways and the hard front and everything, it really does pull you away from it. Jimbo kept going a little bit longer than she should have, but I agreed with pretty much everything she was saying. This is still an amazing, it's very high toot, very well done, beautiful gown. Beautiful
Kai.
gowns.
Beautiful gowns. Kai.
Between me down there, so God, it's a toot. It's a toot. She covered them up. You couldn't see them. She's gorgeous. The outfit. I mean, and maybe I just want to bang Rita. I don't know at this point. I don't know, but it's a toot for me, for sure.
Listen, Rita would take it. Rita would do it. So I think this is probably the best that Rita has looked. And that is no shade towards Rita, because I think Rita always comes out and gives us something on the runway. But she looked soft here, and she was giving me Womana. And it was so glamorous. It's pageant to a T, but it also was veering and giving me my Nolan Miller dynasty fantasy that I live for in a drag queen. And I just loved it. I totally hear the criticism about the hair. I think if it was just slightly longer, and if it had been slicked back slightly better,
Like
uh,
Blair Sinclair.
yes,
Like that.
yes, that wet look. And I think that's what she was going for. But to me, it is not nearly enough to kind of take away of everything that she's doing right. And so for me, it's easily a toot. And I'm so pleased to see Rita this week. She really killed it on the runway. Next up, we have Priyanka, and go ahead, Brett.
I love this look. The blue looks great on her. If you don't like this, you're racist. So,
You heard it here, folks.
it looks like a sari, to me, and she just looks great in it. I love the big hair. It could have been bigger, but I still love the big hair, and the earrings, and I love her sparkly blue shoes because I love glitter. So, I wouldn't be in your house, Eric, but
I did not point that out to my glitterphobic boyfriend. No, I did not.
But I love those shoes, and so I'm here for it. So I'm tooting it.
Awesome, Curtis.
I think this is beautiful. I am racist, and I think this is, no, I'm kidding. I do think this is beautiful. I'm not going to say it's not pageant. Someone on the show was like, this is absolutely what you would expect to see at a pageant. I don't know. Maybe it's not anything that I've seen at a pageant before. Maybe I haven't seen a lot of queens of color from South Asia before, and that's why I haven't seen, something along these lines. It's still beautiful. The hair's big. And spoiler, she was in the bottom and lip synced, and she fucking destroyed that lip sync in this gown. It was so good. So it's a toot.
Yes, Kai.
I mean, I agree with everything everyone's saying.
Racist.
But I give her the most points for her hair for this look. I've just been really hard on her for these terrible wigs. I don't know if it's being hard or being real, but this, I think, looks great on her. And I've said every time she walks out, I turn to Brett and I go, she is gorgeous.
Yeah.
She is absolutely gorgeous. And the dress fits well in giving me the woman figure. I do love the shoes too. So it's a toot for sure. Well done, Priyanka.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I love it. I think it's really beautiful. And as Brett pointed out, that blue on her is just absolutely stunning. It's kind of Princess Jasmine vibes, and everything about this look. It does say pageant to me. I can understand. I mean, it's pageant, but it's also Met Gala. It's very much like lady going out for a fancy night on the town, and she's going to have a rented limo, right? That's what I'm getting from this. And I think she's just really, really beautiful on it. And I have no notes. Priyanka killed this, so it's a toot. Next up, we have Jimbo. Brett.
I love Jimbo, but I was just very disappointed with this look. I kind of get what she wants, but this doesn't read pageant to me either. And I don't like the feathers on the bottom of the dress. I didn't like the feathers like on the top of her dress. But it is glamorous because the judges read said that's not glamorous, but like the jewels, and I thought it was glamorous, but the dress not necessarily, I guess. And they read her to filth for this as well. I don't like it. I don't think it's terrible. I just don't feel like it fit the brief for me. Because it's not my style necessarily. So, but I'm gonna boot it.
Curtis.
I don't think it's terrible, but I do think it's terrible. Like I'll give you one terrible, because they said on the show that it looked like she did not make, or she made this herself, and that is so. Oh, that is such a backhanded compliment in a way.
Except, like, she's made amazing things herself on the show. So, like,
better than this.
Way better than this, yeah.
And that's like, I don't think she did make this herself, even at home, and brought it. I don't think she made it, but it's bad. This is bad. She looks like what is it, Madam, that puppet?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's, if you were to say, Madam, be elegant, that's what I would see. Like feathers and the dripping and the hair and it is not good. So it is, we've pooted a lot of really bad things. So I'm gonna boot this because I don't think it's in poot territory, but it's really bad.
Yeah. Kai?
It's hard to not like something Jimbo comes out and I think the only thing I would say in the I like category is that it's something different. He always gives us something different. I don't know what he was thinking. This, to me, I guess I thought about it like, well, okay, because I tried to because I like him so much. I went, well, maybe this is like when they are doing a pageant and each one of them has like a routine they do or a number they do. And he was doing Marilyn Monroe, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. That's the only thing I could think of that he was trying to go for. It's a boot. Sorry, it's a boot, Jimbo.
So, okay, the nice things first. It's a lovely shade of pink, I guess. It's almost blending into the background, so it could be like a camouflage look. I don't know. This is not good. And anyone who watches us knows that I love Jimbo, and I think Jimbo has really been crushing this competition. I was almost as chagrined about Jimbo's reception to the criticism as I was by the outfit itself. And I was chagrined by the outfit. I don't see glamour here. I actually, when she was so offended at the comment, like, do you even know what glamour is? Yeah, we do know what glamour is. And glamour is not this lousy cinch job in the section. These feathers that, even if they are expensive, frankly look cheap. The teardrops from the eye of, okay, I don't like to use this word a lot, but I hated it. I hated it. It looked terrible. Like, even like it did, this whole look made her look older than she is. Not number one. And I know she was very upset by that because she pulled her face back with whatever. Okay. But those teardrops with the jewels did her no favors. In fact, it was really an affront to what I think is normally a very beautiful mug on Jimbo. All of this looked dated, and it veered into tacky for me. This is a reference that not a lot of people are going to get because I'm old, but in my grandmother's house, she was like 1950s housewife. On the back of the toilet, they would have these dolls that had these skirts that were crocheted, and you would put extra toilet paper rolls under them. That's what Jimbo looks like. She looks like a toilet paper doll.
Yes.
That is not something that is glamorous, and that is not something that you want to be looking like in a pageant. It's camp, but it's not even deliberate camp. It's accidental camp.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm tempted to boot it, but I just got back from vacation, so I'm going to just boot it.
Legend of Zelda Toilet Princess.
There you go. Toilet Princess. Finally, we have Miss Scarlet Bobo. Brett, take it away.
I love this look. I love the ruffles. And again, it's glittery, so you got me with the glitter. I love the Manila Luzon kind of hair that she's given. And it's glamorous to me. It's a little, to me, it reads a little older, glamorous, but I love it. Like, I'm here for it. So I'm going to toot it.
Curtis.
I think this is also a look that you would see at a pageant. If you were to go to a pageant, this is something that you would see. I'm not sure you would see the fur shoulder. I like it. Why not? Like, it's there. The only thing that I disliked about this look were the earrings. They were too big. They pulled you away from everything else. Like when you got the close up on her face, they overtook everything. And I get that she was trying to add a pop of color with the green. And I like the green. The green goes well with everything else. It was too big. It's still a toot. It's still beautiful. It's still, I think, the best she has looked all season. And watching her absolutely destruct herself on stage when they called Lemon the winner. Man, I'm really mean. I'm a mean person.
It was like you could hear the Kill Bill siren in the background when they showed her face, like she was going into a fugue state. It is kind of there is an entertaining element of like Scarlett getting really excited because she thinks she's about to win, and here come my dreams. They are crushed.
It's like Jan. She gave you Jan realness.
Yes, it was Jan realness all over again. It's exactly what it was. Before I get to Kai, I do want to point out again, people have been really, really savage to the judges who they think have been too savage, which, hello, welcome to irony. But I do want to point out that the judges made a point to Alona in her critique that her earrings were super big and that this would be more successful if she had left off the bottom part of it. This, Curtis, you made me think of it when you're talking about the earrings here.
Yep.
And when she came back for that lip sync, she had removed the bottom part of it, and god damn it, it did look better.
Yeah.
So for as much shit as the people give the judges on the show, and I do wish that they would slow their roll a little bit, because they're also learning, right? They're not wrong. A lot of the times they are correct. They're just maybe a little more like ham-fisted than you would like, but it's a fucking drag competition. People are bitchy. Kai, go ahead and give me your opinions on Miss Scarlet.
Yeah, I think it's nitpicking, like kind of what Curtis was saying. It's hard, I actually don't like the green personally, and I agree that the earrings should be smaller. I didn't understand the green, I guess. I was just like, why green? Like, give me like white diamonds, because you could use a little bit more white pop in there. But that's totally nitpicky. And then the last thing I'll say, I do like the shoulders, the first shoulders. And when she took it off, her tattoos were covered on one arm but not the other, and so I kind of wish like she'd taken a note from Rita and just kind of covered them up, because they always kind of pull me out. That's my own personal super nitpicky thing. This is stunning. She looks stunning. I really was gunning for her when I wanted her to win this episode, but the look that you get when she at the end, because in Untucked she's real happy, and then the look, it was kind of worth it. so anyway, loved it this week, Bobo, but it's a toot for sure. Yeah.
I really love this look from the waist up. I think she looks spectacular. I really dig the wig. I think, again, possibly the softest face she's given us. I love the shrug, and I don't know why more queens don't wear those shrugs. I guess it does make the shoulders bigger, but the bigger shoulders narrows the waist as a visual trick, and they might be bigger shoulders, but they're also not obviously man shoulders.
Right.
So like for me, I'm like, why aren't more queens doing that? Because that's a great little trick, and I just thought it looked very old Hollywood elegant. I do not care for that ruffle at all. I found it distracting. It was like elephantitis dick, like flopping around. It was so weird to me. And I get it gives a visual element to the dress, and I think you did need something else happening down there. But to me, it was like a completely different dress that was almost like Frankenstein onto this dress, because they knew, we have to throw something on the bottom. It's too simple. But overall, go ahead and toot it. It just that even the way that the ruffle moved, it was literally like a swinging dick. Like I just, it was so weird to me.
On this. Trust him on that. Okay, he knows.
Getting caught on it as she was walking too. That was my biggest critique as I was watching. I was like, if you can't wear a dress and walk in it, don't wear the dress.
Yeah. But that aside, I think again, from the waist up, she really looks fantastic, and I do like Scarlett. I'm not trying to bag on her at all. But that is a kind of entertaining arc. Is like Scarlett gets so close, never quite gets it. But with that said, we have to go to our top toots of the week, and I'm going to start with Brett. Who's yours?
I would say Rita.
Okay, Curtis.
I also think Rita.
All right, Kai.
Oh, Rita. Yeah, I'm going to go with Rita for sure. And if she wants me to help her slick back her hair next time, I'll do it.
Ooh, filthy. I'm going to go with an unconventional pick and say Priyanka, because I did think that I'm going to take a little bit of demerits off of Rita for the hair, but Priyanka, I thought, nailed every element of that.
And you're not
I loved
that's why.
And I'm not racist, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again to my panel. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope that you're enjoying Drag Race Canada Thursday nights on WoW Presents Plus in the US and on Crave TV in Canada. We only have 2 more episodes left, I think. 2 or 3. And so let's love it while we got it, because we're not going to get more Drag Race for a little while. Actually, I take that back. Drag Race Netherlands is apparently starting on WoW Presents Plus on September 16th. That's when it will start airing. So
I'm here for it.
We have another one coming quicker than I thought. So you don't have to appreciate Drag Race Canada. There's something else coming up. So thank you all. If you enjoyed this, please check out thegreatpopculturedebate.com and see if there's any polls that are open that need your votes. And check out the episodes of the podcast that we have recorded. And find us on social media. Thanks. Bye.